Oh my God, I have been reading so many like little cute romance novels. Like I have been in like Mona Ferguson. I was just listening to the Audible book.
Her.
Overruled. Oh my
Hmm.
God, I loved it so much. But I'm a
It's
Mona
so
Ferguson
good.
fan.
So good. Her spice is so good.
I
Love it.
know. Well, I do like spice.
Listen, you don't have to justify it to me, okay? Look at this shelf. Do you see this? Um, what have I been reading Oh, I recently read Insatiable by Lee Rivers, and when I say read, I mean audio. I did the audiobook, and my brain won't let me continue with the series because the audiobook is coming out on like the 22nd, and I'm just like waiting
Yeah.
for it. I can't wait to get my hands on it.
Uh,
So,
oh, hello. Thank you for joining us. We were just
fancy
catching up
seeing
and
you
yapping.
here.
So, thanks for joining our little FaceTime call. I'm Lexi,
I'm Jazzy.
and today we are talking about the dreaded book slums. Dun dun dun. Like, insert like the black curtain, the absolute worst thing in the world. When was your last book slump?
Oh God. It was not too recently, but it came after, unfortunately, I signed myself up for a reading challenge and I put myself in a book slump. I put myself in a book slump. I forced myself to read too many books to the point where I didn't want to read any of the books.
I know, I know. Like I'm such a fast reader that I like see these challenges. I'm like, oh, I will devour you, little people. And then I go to do it. I'm
Hmm.
like, well, now I don't want to do it. Like, it's like, now I don't
Yeah,
want to read. I would say
yeah.
I had my biggest book slump at the beginning of this year, and it's because I was so hyped for the Onyx Storm release. I waited for it,
Oh.
and then I got it
Hmm.
the same night at 2 o'clock in the morning. It
And you
released.
finished it?
I finished it by I think it was like 6 a.m. Um,
Oh my God.
it was disgusting. Like I literally just ate it up and I was obsessed. And then when I finished it, I was like, what is my life now? Like I don't know what to do.
Oh,
Like and I'd hyped it up
yeah.
so I didn't have anything like lined up afterwards. And I try to read like a book a
Hmm.
day. So
Hmm.
that was hard. What about you? What was your last
Which
book?
is insane, by the way. Like that's insane to me that you're able to do that. But good on you. But I will say that a book that puts you in a book slump, in my opinion, is better than putting yourself in a book slump because you're like trying to do too much with books, which is what I did. Um, I also will say that what I just read a book that I really just it I did not like it and I should have DNF'd it, but I'm also like I'm very stubborn and it's very hard to convince myself to DNF a book. I don't know if you're like that. Like I will
Yeah.
finish it out of spite. Like I'm just spite reading it at this point. Um I won't say what book it is because it's a very popular author, but I was like why? I can't.
I don't like that. I
Um
want to know the
s-
book now. Like I know the I need to know.
I I won't tell you because it's very popular and a lot of people like it, and I won't break their little hearts. But um, I mean, if you haven't been in a book slump, I'm jealous of you because, like, how? Um, I mean, you know, but what are some ways that we can cure our book slumps? What do you think is the best medicine for a book slump?
I'm a firm believer in palate cleansers. I think if you are binging like fantasy, like when I read the entire Plated Prisoners series in a weekend, which was
Hmm.
awful. I don't know why. No, the books weren't awful. They were like one of my favorite
Oh,
series, but it was awful that I did that to myself because it was burning together. I had such a bad
hmm.
headache afterwards, and
Mm.
if I'd done a palate cleanser in between, I would have been able to differentiate the books. So
Oh,
my
okay.
my usual thing is I read a short, quick thriller in between books or series even. That's like my go-to. I need to do
Hmm.
something different every so often, you know?
Yeah.
What about you?
I agree. I agree. Sort of similar, except I take the smut route. I love a smutty little novella with all vibes and no plot, baby. Like, give
Glory.
me
Yep.
normally an Omegaverse, a
Ugh.
Glory by what's her name? Brianna Blackwell? Is that the author's
I
name?
think it's Brianna.
Um,
She's awesome.
yes. She also has a lot of novellas where the men are inexperienced. So the
Oh.
woman teaches.
Oh.
Yeah. Also rereading some of your favorites. So for me, I have comfort reads that I read every year. And sometimes when I find myself in a book slump, I will reread some of my comfort reads. And then I get inspired when I'm at the end of it to be like, oh, well, now I'm in the mood for this. Because also I kind of jump between like dark taboo or just
Mhm.
dark romance to like a fluffy rom-com. Um, so yeah, I mean, rereading some of my favorites, and then also like
Device
just
disconnected.
remember like reading is
Device
supposed to
paired.
be fun. Don't force yourself to read a book a day like Lexi.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of comfort reads with like book slumps, I will heavily agree on that because Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. I've listened to it like 6 times.
Oh, not in love by Ali Hazelwood. I've listened to that so many times. Eli, just yeah.
I just my stupid Bluetooth thing keeps
What's
going off.
going on over
I'm
there?
sorry.
Oh.
She wants to talk to me so bad, so I just turned her off. Um, but yeah, so I'll listen to Defend by Ali Hazelwood, or I'll reread Fourth Wing for the millionth time.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
actually, the book that got me out of my Onyx Storm slump was Quicksilver, which is weird
Oh.
because it's also a big fantasy book or romantasy.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't expect that, but I kept trying like a thriller book. I kept trying like a smutty like little novella or a smutty series, and nothing was like scratching the itch. And then I like,
Mm-hmm.
fine, I'm just gonna read Quicksilver, even though like I don't want to read it because I'm so worried that it's not gonna be as good as everyone's saying. I'm disgusted that I didn't read it sooner. It was one of the best fantasy books I've ever read. So,
I still have to read it. It's on my TBR,
God.
but yeah, sometimes you just have to find a book that really just holds your interest because with slumps, like they look different for everyone. So sometimes for some people it's you cannot pick up a book and read it, and for some people, like for example for me, I was still reading, but I would read like a page and then be like, okay, I can't. Like I gotta move on to something else. Like I can't. I'll come back to this. So it took me like almost all month long to read that one book, but again, I won't say what it was, but I will tell you the book that did take me out of my book slump. Have you heard about Pucking Around by Emily
Yes.
Rath?
Oh my God. Yes, that book is filthy.
Oh,
Absolute filth.
disgusting.
I loved it.
Filthy. It was amazing. And I did the audiobook, so it was even better.
Where is it? Was it like different like voice actors for each character?
Yes, yes, it was
Delicious.
duet. It was duet narration. And I will say that by the end of it, the narrator, I was like in love with the narrator who played Mars, the Finnish big tall Viking dude. His voice, I was just like, just read me your grocery list, please. I'll listen to it. It's fine.
The groceries. That's me.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, there's something about an accent in the book too that I'm just like, oh yeah. Which again,
Yeah,
deep end by
sometimes,
Ali Hazelwood.
yeah.
Like it's just
Oh,
good.
I'll tell you what you need.
Told me. Uh,
That line
okay,
that line does live like rent free in my head, I will say, from Deep End. Such a good book.
I just want it tattooed on me. The entire book just tattooed on me from like head to toe, and I want to live on it. But yeah, so I don't know. With like book slumps are so, I hate them so much because I enjoy reading, and it's such a big part of my life that when it does happen, it like really agitates me. And also like another good way that I have gone out of it is like going to you or our other like little book besties like Aid or Cammy or Lisa or Juliet. Like, I love them because they will give me like some of the best recs.
Yes.
Like just something that someone else has enjoyed. So I know that like, hey, like I get along with this person so well. We have similar tastes and she liked this book. So then I'll like dive into it. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's better.
Hmm.
I do like book talk recommendations, but I've been led astray before. And you know what
Oh
book I'm
yeah.
talking about? I won't even mention it. I am still angry about this. And maybe I'll do an episode about that book, but oh my God, if anyone has any guesses, put it in the comments. Um,
Oh my God.
no, see,
I
my
know what
blood
book
pressure
it
is
is.
rising. So,
Your Apple Watch is like, are you okay?
I mean, there's been a couple of times when I'm reading a book, it's like, thanks for finishing your workout. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. So, that could be good or bad, y'all. So, I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, sometimes I think that you can't help the book slump though. So I also feel like if you're doing too much with reading, or if you're just doing it to do it and not really reading things that you enjoy, you can also put yourself in a slump. Um, but it's fine. I mean, maybe a new book that you find across your FYP, maybe a book recommendation, or you take advice from Jazzy and read a smutty little novella to just like jumpstart your inspiration. Um, but I also think you just sometimes you just need a break. Like, sometimes your brain just needs peace because if you're making a lot of decisions about what to read, who to read, and you've got a million arcs to get through, maybe you just need a break. So
Yes.
there's also that. Reading should be enjoyable. Let's all remember that.
And don't sign up for so many arcs. I'm looking at all of you that are probably watching this that are on NetGalley clicking, I'll read, I'll read, I'll read, and stop it. Stop it right now. It's like college. Don't sign up for the 8 a.m. class because you want your afternoons free. It's a terrible idea. Don't do it. Yeah, so be nice, take a break.
Yeah, I think be nice to yourselves. Yeah. I mean, we all want every single arc, but I don't know how many arcs can you handle? Or are you a big arc reader? I think I can do like maybe at most two a month, but after that I'm like, I don't like to be forced to read what I need to read because I'm a very like I have a
Mm,
list of books I want to read, but there is no order that I'm going to read them
yes.
in.
Exactly. I don't like having an order. I don't like having a deadline. So unfortunately, I don't do a lot of arts. It's something that I eventually
Hmm.
want to get into. However, my TBR is so heavy right now, and I have so many things I need to get through before the next release happens. I have just paused arcs. Um,
Yeah.
so it's not for me. And once I put a deadline on something or it says that I have to do it, I don't enjoy it nearly as much. Um, so for me, it doesn't work. But I would say, like, if I did do arcs, I would do 1 to 2 a month max.
Yeah.
Because you owe
Yeah.
it to the author too to give a very good review, not like just in rating. I mean, like, you need to put some thought behind it, and you can be excited about arcs, but there's a responsibility with them, and I just don't see how you can read 15 arcs a month and give a responsible review. That's just me though.
15 is wild. Yeah, I agree. I think like the moment that even like with book clubs, sometimes I'm like, it's forced reading because I'm very much a mood reader. And I also think that
Yeah.
this is why I went into my slump because I needed to read very specific books for this month that I was just like forcing myself to just race through them and wasn't even really like absorbing them. Um, so yeah, I think that that also can put you in a big slump. So, you know,
Yeah.
just be nice, be nice. And like you said, like 15 arcs. That's insane. I mean, props to you guys if you can read 15 arcs a month on top of like the reading that you want to do. I'm actually jealous of you if you can like make a list and go like down the list and be like, I'm going to keep this list of these books I'm going to read. I can't do that. My brain is like, no.
No, the only way I can do that is if it's a new release and like
Oh, yeah.
Onyx Storm or like with Quicksilver's second book coming out, Brimstone, I can do that.
Hmm.
Like I know I'm gonna read it the same day it gets released. Um,
Oh, yeah.
but that's the only way. So all in all, I think we've given some good tips on this episode. I think our comments are probably gonna have even better tips, and hopefully maybe we can find some new things because you can't just always go to a smutty novella, Jazzy. I mean, you can, but you know.
You can try and go from there.
I know. Deep down, I'm just worried one day I'm gonna run out of books. Even though I know it's impossible, but I'm like, what if I run out of things to read?
Okay. Never. That is no, never.
Yeah, I know all these good indie authors. So, I mean, hey, look, if you're listening to this episode, I mean, sound off in the comments. What do you do to get out of book slumps? What put you into a book slump? Tell us about it. We want to hear about it.
Yeah, and also if you have any smutty novella recommendations,
God, oh my God,
just,
Jazzy.
for science, We are women in STEM.
All right, Allie Hazelwood fan club number one. Well, I'm number two, at least. Minimum, I'm number two. So for our next episode, we want to talk about fairy tale. We're going to be talking about boundaries with authors versus readers, and even a little bit of cancel culture in there. We have a lot of episodes scheduled, so stay tuned. Give us a follow, give us a little shout out, subscribe, whatever you need to do, whatever channel or app you're watching this on. And we'll catch you next time on our next little FaceTime call. Thank you.